Welcome back.
Yo, I'm back. I'm back again. Reefa's back. Tell her friend. So what happened to Disclose Screen? I did come back briefly, but I never really spoke about what happened. I came back briefly and vanished again, but I'll explain more about that in a minute. I'm about to air some really personal things here, but when I think about it, I was always open on the channel talking about my life. There's no secrets, I shouldn't be embarrassed or ashamed about it is what it is. Everybody who knows me and people who don't even know me know that I've not been well, and I know some of my subscribers would like to know where I've been, so today's a day that I'm going to talk about it, and today's a good day because today is a day that Disclose Screen returns, and that's a promise to myself and to you guys. So this is the watered down quick version of what I've been through over the past 14 months. On October 28th, 2022, I collapsed in my kitchen. I was rushed to hospital and I've not been able to walk since. They diagnosed me within a couple of days with a syndrome called GBS, Guillain-Barré syndrome, and I bet most of you have never even heard of it. It is so rare. Most of the nurses who were taking care of me have never even heard of it either. Well, GBS shuts down your nervous system. My entire nervous system shut down. GBS causes your own immune system to attack itself by sending out rogue proteins that attack the spinal fluids that are actually supposed to protect it. I was paralysed from the neck down for months. Even my face was partially paralysed for the first couple of weeks. I struggled to chew or swallow food. I was literally just a head in a bed, a living state of rigor mortis, if you will. I was prodded about like a lab rat. I had test after test, treatment after treatment. They didn't even really know what to do with me apart from learn from me and study the syndrome. No lie, I had more needles than a crackhead. I lost count after 300 needles. I had something called a lumbar punch, which I experienced 3 times, and it consists of a series of 11 long needles going into the bottom of your spine to extract the spinal fluid. And here's a picture of me on the first day in hospital, completely oblivious, thinking I'll be home in a few days, not knowing what was ahead. And this is me around 6-7 weeks in. I'd lost 3 stone by then. The camera doesn't do it any justice, but you can just about make out the bruising on my arm from the endless needles they were sticking me with. I was starting to think I was stuck in some kind of a blood bank for vampires that were harvesting me, and I was praying for Blade to come and save my ass. So for about 6 months I couldn't even lift a finger off of the bed. Even though the GBS hit me hard and fast, my neurologists and her colleagues were shocked at how I never ended up on life support. Most GBS patients can spend up to 6 months alone on a ventilator, keeping them breathing because they simply don't have the strength in their chest to breathe independently. I kinda joked about it, saying it's because I grew up rapping, I got strong lungs, but I did end up in ICU intensive care for 3 days. I nearly died. They were going to cut a slit into my chest to stick a tube into my lungs to keep me breathing. How ironic is this? I think it was COVID that nearly killed me. If you're a long time follower of the channel, you will know how ironic that is. I avoided COVID throughout the pandemic, but I had to go to hospital to catch it, and of course they quarantined me off for 15 days. Well, about 2 weeks after I caught COVID, I developed a chesty cough, but I didn't have the muscles in my chest to clear my throat, and it got to the point where my lungs were filling up with fluids. I was literally drowning on my own gack. My oxygen levels dropped dangerously low, so I was rushed up to ICU. My lungs were closing up on me, and when I was in ICU, it was like I was trying to breathe through a pinhole. I've never been so scared. I thought that was curtains for me. The more I tried to breathe, the more panicky I got. The more panicky I got, the harder it was for me to breathe. I'm indebted to the team who looked after me. If they didn't do their jobs properly, I might not even be here to tell this story. So yeah, I collapsed on October 28th, 2022, and I've not walked since. Although I am learning to walk again as of now using the old Zimmer frame. Zimmer, who's got the keys to my Zimmer? But I'm pretty confident I will be walking again by the end of February. But I've probably got until October until I'm even half the person I was, physically anyway. That'll be 2 years of my life kaput. This thing destroyed me. The only part of me it didn't affect was my mind, although it has taken its mental toll. So they let me come home in June to ride out the rest of my recovery. I came home in a hospital bed and I was still in a bad way. I could barely even roll over in bed. If my leg fell off the edge of the bed, my daughter would have to place it back on the bed for me. That's how bad I was. All I wanted to do though was get on with the channel, so my family set up my studio area for me. I had to get a bigger place before they let me come home though, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to be hoisted out of my hospital bed, placed into my wheelchair and pretty much rolled in front of my PC to get to work on my videos. Now that's dedication. My hands still weren't working properly, I sounded half dead, I still do now. No matter how much I wanted to make videos, I just wasn't ready. I feel like I'm ready now, I'm sounding like me again, well I hope I'm sounding like me again. And I love my subscribers, so conspiracy minded. They got to him, they killed him off. Who got to me, who killed me off? I was just very unlucky, but then it made me think. This syndrome is so rare, only 1 in 100,000 people will contract the syndrome. That's only 10 in a million. With odds like that, I should have played the lottery. This channel now is a shadow of its former self. I can probably assume Disclose Screen has lost 80% of its audience after the crap that we've been through over the years. We were raking in 750,000 views a month on average. One month we did 2.5 million views. We were in online tabloids at least once a week. We've been top stories in the online tabloids. One week we were featured in 3 different tabloids with 3 different stories. We've had viral UFO videos that have been taken down. So yeah, with traffic like that, maybe there is a 1% chance or 1/3% chance that I was sabotaged. Well, I'm back now and I've been joking about this for a while. It's not Disclose Screen anymore, it's Disabled Screen. Pow! And I'm not ashamed to say it because for the meantime, I am actually classed as disabled.
It says here you claim disability benefit, are you?
Yes, I is actually spasticated. We still ain't got full mobility on my main mixing finger. Ow.
Trust, my mixing finger is still a bit wonky. So guys, show me some likes, show me some love, boost my motivation to keep on working, although I will work anyway. I would say 200 likes on this video, but that's a bit ambitious after being away for so long. 100 likes on this video and it'll be happy days. I've got a beer here when I'm talking to you, so here's to the future of Disclose Screen. Cheers. Legends. So I'll leave it there today and I'll be back before you can say Disabled Screen with some normal UFO and paranormal related content. I'll catch you soon.
Alrighty then.